Griffin Kona getting ready to hit. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
0-1.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And a foul ball.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Oh, that's out.
And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Struck him out without a swing. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
That is third.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Xavier Edwards. Pickoff move to first. Back in there standing. That one pulled foul. Sanchez, the base runner at first with 1 out. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Line drive. Lindor over to McNeil.
Out.
Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. First frame of the night behind us, and it's 0-0. New inning getting started, and now it's Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
Beozo back to work. Beozo, 25 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. On the ground, Edwards tosses across the first and quickly 1 away in the second. Here's Pete Alonso. You know, when you look around the game and think about the best power hitters in the sport, this guy is one of the first names you got to come up with. And it's fouled away. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. And the Mets jump in front. It's 1-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now. He can't miss.
1 down. Here's Jesse Winker. In the air, right field, Sanchez. And there's 2 down. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
7, the left fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Norby makes the catch, and that'll do it. A Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. We head to the bottom of the second. Now at the plate, Connor Norby. And that one upstairs, ball 1. That's off the mark, ball 2.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
And a foul ball.
Aye. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a breaking ball misses outside. Got him. And there's one away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. That thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And now it's going to be Graham Pauley. Hit on the ground to short. Toss to Alonso. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 6th, the first baseman.
Now a chance for Davison De Los Santos. Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And the Marlins down quietly. They're down 1-0. On to the 3rd inning. And stepping in for New York, Luis Torrens.
For the Mets, the catcher, number 13, Luis Torrens.
That's in there. And it's 0-1.
Ball 1.
Just missed.
2-1.
That misses. Now 3-1. That one misses.
Nope.
So a leadoff walk.
Batting 9th, the center fielder.
And now it's Jose Siri. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And he drops it down the 3rd baseline. Picks it up with a bare hand and very nicely done for the out.
You know, I think barehanded grabs might be one of the best looking plays in baseball. It takes tremendous body control to bend down there, pick it up, and then get into a position to make a quick, accurate throw to first. It all happens in the blink of an eye. It's like a magic trick, but there's a lot that goes into it. Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
And he moves up to 3rd, now 2 away. And now here's Jeff McNeil. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
McNeil.
And that drops in for a strike. The next offering misses. And that is ball 1.
Ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And a base hit knocks in a run.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And now it's Juan Soto. 0 for 1 so far. Right through there for a strike. McNeil off of first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Lone
Leading
Depot
up
Park,
for the Marlins,
ready to go for the
the
last
catcher,
half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Agustin Ramirez. There's a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area. Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. McNeil pulls that one down. 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those could be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 2 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton and set to lead off the 4th, Mark Vientos. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
0-2.
And there's a ball.
Plate, ball 1.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's the first out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
1 out, bases empty. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 3-0.
Now he's just showing off out there, and who can blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat and watch it go a long way. Change up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
Now the 0-1. Right side, and it goes just foul. Next offering is downstairs.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4. And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 3-0. Bottom 4, and now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Bounce to the right. Steps on first for the out. And up next for Miami, Griffin Conant struck out looking his first time.
Show25.
That's in for a strike. That's ripped. Base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
The batter, number 9.
Xavier Edwards now at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Edwards.
The other way, and foul ball.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound.
0-2 now as he swings through it. Man at first, one away. On the ground to third, Vientos. Over to second for 1, and that's all they'll get.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball.
Now
good execution.
Third baseman
Connor Norton, the next up for the Marlins. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike at 95. Edwards leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So no runs here on a base hit. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Beozo back to work. And there's a strike. Torrens goes 5 feet 11 inches, 215 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Shortened a bunt and missed it, and the count is 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Outside. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they can't get the out.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Valente Beozo is done, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
New
pitcher for the Marlins, Seth Martinez. He's making his second appearance of the season. And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. And there's a strike. Towards first, De Los Santos. Here's Edwards for 1. How about that double play?
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate, and first offering is fouled off. Lindor swings through that one.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Got him swinging. Nothing doing for the Mets. Back here in Miami, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
He's got it, and there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
De Los Santos in the box now. No balls and a strike. And ball 1. Late with the swing there.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball.
1 ball.
Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 balls.
That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul foul ball. Out towards right center field. McNeil sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into
Now
the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Ramirez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Miami down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Jeff McNeil.
Fought off foul.
No, inside.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. The throw in, throw is offline, and he's got a double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Juan Soto. Liner, base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
Digging in, Mark Vientos. And first offering is fouled off. Fair ball. Soto round second, heads for third. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And fouled off. Soto on third. Vientos stands at second. No outs. And that one goes straight to the backstop. Safe at the plate, and the misplay comes back to bite them. It's 5-0.
Runner's got to be happy to be crossing the dish right there. Easy decision to head home when you see the ball get that far away from the catcher.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Runner at third here, nobody out. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
He goes down looking. And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. 0-2 in this one. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Now fly ball to right center. That's a base hit as a run scores. The throw into second, and he'll reach second with one away.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer.
Cal Quantrill will take over here.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
And here is Brandon Nimmo. And first offering is fouled off. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out. So up next for New York, Luis Torrens. Ground ball left side. Fires across the diamond. That ends the inning, and they limit the. And we're back, bottom of the sixth. And now for the Marlins, Dane Myers. And that one is lifted in the air. Siri in position. And there's one down. So digging in, Derek Hill. Struck out swinging his first time. Swinging a foul straight back.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Now, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
So the lineup flips over. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. And that keeps the inning going. And now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conant. Swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
He swings and fouls one off. And the 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Marlins leave one. They still find themselves down 6-0. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
Outside low, and that's ball one. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the...
He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Next pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. Runner at third, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
2-2 the count.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
That one fouled off. In the air, left field, Myers. Nabs it. Runner tags from third. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across. Now it's 7-0.
Juan Soto.
2 down, base is empty. Juan Soto digs in now. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. There's a swing and a drive. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. His second of the year. It's 8-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
So 2 down. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Mets 8 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
First pitch misses.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound. Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Ripped on a line to center. Siri flashes the leather on the running catch.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job. Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
Norby now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. That one missed.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Next offering upstairs. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The next pitch misses. Full count, 3-2. One down, base is empty. Now this is in the air down the line. Snags it for the second out.
Up next for the Marlins, the second baseman,
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Ball one there.
Ball one. Ball one, no strikes.
Two outs. Swinging a foul straight back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Hit in the air, left field. Nimmo ranging after it. And that ends the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Quantrill back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Mets, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits. So that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one away.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
And that one pulled foul. Rip towards third. Over to first.
Oh.
And a couple of quick outs.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That's a little bit low. That one fouled off. 2-2. And that's down and away. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Torrens in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Nimmo off of first with 2 away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not.
Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Mets strand 1 as it remains an 8-0 game. now. New pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jose Butto.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Davison De Los Santos getting ready to hit.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, get that first hit at the big league level.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. Action in the Mets bullpen. A.J. Minter up and loosening in the pen. And there's a foul ball. Way high with that one.
2 strikes.
1-2 to count.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
That's ball 2.
That one not close. And the count's full. Fouled off. And they'll do it again.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And now, Agustin Ramirez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
I think he was sitting off
No
speed
ball,
there.
2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Myers stands in now and watches strike 1. That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball there. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. This one pretty well decided at this point. Through 8 full, it's the Mets 8 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th, and stepping in for New York, Jose Siri. On the ground to third. Tries the bare hand, and it gets by him. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
It was a healthy cut, but the same can't be said for the contact. He got just enough of the ball to put it in play, and that's all he needed. Tough play for the defense on what was kind of a swinging bunt.
Here's Francisco Lindor. That one's in there, and that is strike 1.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
That one pushed to the left and foul.
One ball.
In the dirt. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out. Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. That's it for Cal Quantrill, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
And
Marlins.
we've got ourselves a pitching change.
Number
Declan
51.
Cronin.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So they're at the corners now. Jeff McNeil stands in. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they now lead by 9. And now Juan Soto. He's already homered in this game. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. First and second here, no outs. Strike 2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ronnie Enriquez. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Tinoco getting cranked up as well. The 0-2. And that's outside. And it's even up.
In.
In the dirt. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. And that'll load the bases.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. 1 for 4 with a double. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Next offering upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Goes down looking. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Just missed. Clips the corner, and the count even at 1. way high.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And that one is inside.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Bases loaded, one away here at the top of the ninth. On the ground to first, could be two. Here's Edwards for one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Mets 9 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Miami, so bottom of the ninth, and at the plate for Miami, Derek Hill.
So with the purpose there is a reason, and then if I retreat then I'm worth pulling the trees in.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
That's a ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Just missed. That's a strike, and it's 3-1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Alonso makes the grab, one away.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Sanchez, the next to hit, takes ball one. Fouled off left side. Base is empty, one away here in the last half of inning number 9. That one outside. The count now 2-2. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Gone. He nails one out to right, and they've got their first run. It's 9-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here at the bottom of the ninth, one out. Down the number 2 hitter, Griffin Conine. That's in there. Strike one. Into center and a base hit.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Xavier.
One gone, runner at first. Now it's the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. And delivers outside.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Conine at first, one gone. This one smoked, could be trouble. coming home. The relay throw. The tag out.
Well, this just can't happen right there. You can't try to score from first base with less than 2 outs unless you can pretty much walk across the dick. And to get thrown out like that really throws water on the fire of a rally in this inning.
And now Connor Norby hammers that one deep left field and forget it. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 9-3. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
I'm excited to see that one again, but with the StatCast data, because that was a bomb. Oh, says he drove it out of here at 115 miles an hour.
I think I heard the ball screaming on its way out. And that's some serious exit velo, pretty elite, and he caught it just right to get it up in the air as well.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Jose Butto out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Sean Reed Foley comes on now.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
So up next, Graham Pauley. Ball one, no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
Two gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets take this one in a blowout.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
9-3 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
If you wanna get in, baby, give me the password. Let's go faster. Why does it always feel like I only go backwards? Got patterns, no way to escape this. Eyes wide shut, so I'm giving with lace. You can't shake this, take this, fake it or make this.